And I love a good intro. So let's talk about weather and what's going on. Beautiful weather out here tonight. There's a nice easterly breeze. So as we take a look at the upper level pattern across the area, we have a little bit of a weak upper level low and surface low trying to develop in the Gulf. More on that just a little bit. But we have plenty of dry air in place right now, so we haven't had much shower activity going on as expected, but that could change tomorrow. Notice as we look out into the Gulf, there's pressure lines packed a little bit closer together. And that means it's breezy easterly winds out in the Gulf, so small craft advisories have been posted. And we'll be watching these showers here also out in the Gulf. They're going to be out there all weekend long, and some eventually get inland as we head into Sunday. Here's what's going on right now on local Doppler radar. There's not a whole lot going on inland, but we do have isolated activity offshore and just one lone isolated cell here. Let's see if I can zoom in right by the Abbeville area. You can see it's just kind of raining itself out now right along Highway 167. Meanwhile, where is Laurelville? Some folks don't know exactly where Laurelville is. Well, we're in eastern Iberia Parish, just east of the Bayou Teche that curls around. You have Laurelville and Belle Place and then Catahoula as well around this loop. And we're just east of that, the Bayou Teche in the town of Laurelville. And there's your locator right there. You can see exactly where we are. So let's take a look at the tropics. We have two tropical waves out in the Gulf, one southeast of us and one down the Bay of Campeche. The one in Bay of Campeche is going to stick around for a while and keep it wet down there and disorganized, though. We don't see any developments. The one in the Gulf is probably not going to develop, but I'll show you the graph model coming up in just a bit. Meanwhile, we get out into the Atlantic. It's getting a little late to watch tropical waves coming off the African coastline, but the National Hurricane Center giving this roughly about a 50-50 chance of development. By the time, though, it gets towards, say, Puerto Rico or the Northeast Caribbean, it's going to be curving out to sea. Meanwhile, 10% chance for this little low pressure by the Bahamas, but upper level shear is tearing that apart. I don't see that developing at all. If so, it would drift westward. But look what happens in the Gulf and look what happens close to home. As we look at our graph model, we see broad cyclonic motion in the northern Gulf. Not quite a closed low, but a little bit of a hybrid depression here, not depression, disturbance that should bring in scattered showers, maybe some thunder showers as we head into Sunday and then into Monday. Tomorrow's going to be another dry day. So that's what we have going on now. So overnight tonight, 68 is going to be your overnight low. It's going to be nice and quiet. And then as we head into tomorrow, we'll see temperatures getting back into the upper 80s. So maybe done with the 90s for a while. It's going to be a nice day. A breeze out of the east will continue as well at about 8 to 14 miles an hour. Moving into that 10-day forecast, we're looking at temperatures topping out in the mid-80s. Rain chances up Sunday, Monday, but not widespread. Then dry. But notice at the end of the 10-day forecast, temperatures starting to get a little bit cooler, and that is the good news. Of course, we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on with the weather and have a full update coming up later in the show.